I've done it before and now I'll do it again. Turn old book illustrations into artwork for my educational signs in Planet Zoo. A fun way to get a somewhat consistent art style for the signs throughout the park. I've managed to make the process a little easier than it used to be, so today I'll just quickly demonstrate how I deal with these signs. This is not really a tutorial, since step 1 would be something like obtain a large collection of old wildlife books. And that might be a bit much to expect you to be able to do. But I'll guide you through my process anyway, in the hope you can get some inspiration from it, or you maybe just find it interesting. The editing software I use is Canva. Since I also use this app for thumbnails and other stuff, I got the Pro subscription. But you can do a lot with just the free version, so it is worth checking out Canva if you haven't already. And not only do I use Canva for making the signs, I also realized I could use it to save time when I need to get my pictures from my phone to my PC. When I find an illustration fitting for my park, I simply just take a picture with my phone. I used to upload these images to Google Drive or similar apps, or send them to myself elsewhere. But what I realized this time is that I can just upload them directly to the template I'm working on in Canva by having the app installed on my phone. I can have the same template open on both my phone and my PC at the same time. And this way I can very quickly start the editing process on my phone without using any other software than Canva. When I didn't have the Pro subscription, I would use other programs for part of the editing, but now I do all of it here. Since Pro allows me to do stuff like separating the part of the picture I need from the rest of it. You can of course find other applications that can do something similar, even though the free ones often mean the quality of the picture won't be the best. All over the park I use a lot of small basic signs and some bigger ones to put extra focus on certain animals. The small ones mostly follow the same design, meaning they are quite quick to make once I have managed to dig up a useful picture. Though searching through the books for a good illustration can take a while, and a few animals I still haven't found, especially when we look beyond mammals. But I do also quite enjoy having a good reason to bring out these books. They're small windows into the past, and you can even find extinct species in them, like thylacines. Once the picture is in and adjusted, it's all about just fixing the English name and scientific name. Then I need to stay up to date with the conservation status. Here you should for sure not trust what the old books say, they can be quite outdated. For my North American area I simply just keep an image of the continent on the signs. It would be cooler with more precise range maps. That is hard to find a consistent art style for, and it would slow down the process much more if I had to keep looking this up every time. So I have settled with just using the continent, so I don't have to do much editing here. I've decided to avoid having a lot of text on these, since nobody will read them anyway. Instead I just use the lines to indicate something is written here. Sometimes I add in an extra image and simply just add a headline to it. This way you get an idea about what a story here could be. I prefer also finding these illustrations in my books, but I do from time to time end up using Google instead. With my large signs I do a bit more of variation. Since I got fewer of these, I don't mind spending a bit more time on them. Here I also tend to highlight a certain fact or story a bit more. Like here with beavers, where I can use this trick to very simply tell why beavers fit into a desert themed zoo. Or here with the jaguars, where the sign shows the historic range of the jaguars, so you can see how they also used to be more common in desert areas. Of course I will sometimes run into issues with not being able to find the animals I'm looking for, or just aren't that accurate, like this jaguar. Since I'm trying to finish up my North American area these days, I have so far mostly focused on the signs at this part of the zoo. Even though some might have to be left out until I find another $20 in my pocket, so I can go full Macklemore looking for books in the thrift shop again. I hope this was interesting, and I hope you want to hang out with me some more. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if that is the case. Keep an eye out for my tour of this North American area. I hope to get that video done soon. Here you might also get a better look at some of the signs. Thank you for stopping by.